Well, there's a temptation all around you right now, because the truth of the matter is your voice is amplified, Sagittarius. This is the time that you, and I got this feeling as I'm channeling this message. There are two very distinct, different Sagittarius is going on here. They're the ones who recognize and realize that they've captivated people's attention and understand the gravity of that power. And then there are the Sagittarians who just love the fact that they're getting attention and are going to abuse the shit out of that power. So it's like, which side are you on? Either way, you have people's attention. They are captivated right now. There's a grand fire trine in the sky happening now. It's between the South Node in Sagittarius, the moon in Leo, and I believe it is Mars in Gemini. Wait, stop. Leo. Something's going on. I can't remember the placements. I can't think of him in my head. But ultimately, grand fire trine, which means that, it's almost like your charisma is so high, it's so on point that you're taking it for granted and you don't really realize how many people are listening when you speak right now, or how many people are watching your example. And maybe in some ways you didn't ask for the attention, but you are very, very aware that you're getting it. And it's like, that's the question. And that's really going to determine, what are you worth? What is your value? And what are you going to do with it? This is definitely a time for you to make some advancements, but not if you get stuck in the caveat of me, all about me, just pay attention to me. It's like, if you use this focus, I have to cover myself up. I'm sorry, I'm cold. It's going to keep slipping. So it's like, know that if you know that you're being paid attention to, and you have somebody's undivided attention, then ultimately, what are you going to do with that? Because that really is a statement. You ever heard that expression? People are not their potential. People are the choices that they make. It's the choices that you make that demonstrate who you are, really. And eventually decide what you're going to become. Are you going to uphold your morals and stand? It's going to be very difficult. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Right now, there's so much leeway that you have, and so much shit that you could get away with. It's almost like, in some ways, you're attracting people back into the easier way of being, into that, I don't want to say lazy, but maybe lazier way of being, so that they're not challenging themselves. They're just slipping back into their comfort zone, and you just happen to be spouting out all the comfort zone ideologies. And the comfort zone ideologies, but what are they really? Are they getting us anywhere? Are they helping us forward? Are they moving us forward? Sometimes it's not about where we are, because that's not what fire signs are, Sagittarius. Fire signs are not about where we are. It's about where we are headed. And is your message, and is what you're preaching, and is what you're speaking, and is what you're spouting, is it the future, or is it just a different version of the fucking past that we're now doomed to repeat because we got sucked back the fuck in? This could be energy that's not coming from you, though I do think a lot of it is. It could also just be surrounding you right now, in terms of feeling like you're being sucked into this vortex of where we used to be, and it's being made to sound so attractive. It's sounding like the best thing to do. It's being served up as new ideas, but it's not a new idea. It's old shit, and it's old shit that didn't fucking work. And you could be the one that's very much aware of it, but here's the caveat. Does it get you more attention? Does it get you more focus? Does it put you in, a higher pedestal if you just shut up and say nothing, or go along with the flow? Here is the thing. It's going to take a tremendous amount of courage and a tremendous amount of strength for you to start sticking up and standing up and saying, I can't repeat all this shit again. I can't keep repeating it because I don't actually believe it. And the reason I don't believe it is not because I don't see what's going on, but because I know that there's better out there, and I know that we're capable of more. And I don't want to just kind of throw everything away to some fucking generalization. But is it a generalization? Like, is it like, is it, like, is it time for generalization? Is that really where we need to be right now? Generalizing people, generalizing groups, throwing people into general groups, into random things. It's like, that's not where we need to be right now. We need to be specifics. We need to be looking at people as individuals. We need to be looking at this in a humane way. It's like, where are we headed? We're supposed to be headed toward Gemini, but everybody wants to fall back on good old Sagittarius, which is the comfort zone right now, right? It's where we're coming from. It's shit that we've supposed to have been completed. Maybe it's shit that we're carrying out from our past life. And maybe that's what you're experiencing personally. Like all this shit from your past life that you're like swimming around in, and it's feeling so good and it's feeling so comfortable, but it's definitely like something that's supposed to start feeling over with. A lot of people right now, everybody really, is confronting their base self. They're confronting what is easy versus what is right. And you're going to have to make one of the hardest choices, Sagittarius, because you stand to gain the most by just letting things fall back into what was easy, into what was the past. But ultimately, you're not going to be very happy with yourself in the end. You're not going to be looking yourself in the mirror the way that you want to be looking yourself in the mirror. And you're not going to see outside the mirror. You're not going to see the world that you actually want. So it is super, super important for you to decide right now, what is the world that you actually want to see? Because that's the message you got to be spreading. And that's the images that you have to be sharing. And that's really what you need to be, the ideas that you need to be putting in people's minds, not this other shit. Check this out, right? That was your channeled message for me. Now I'm going to get into your oracle cards and your Lenormand, which are sitting in front of me. I've already chosen them. And then I'm going to select your animal totem messages so you can see how and what the natural world is trying to communicate to you from the spirit world. Then last but not least, is your angel messages, which are messages straight from the voices of the angels as messages of encouragement and direction. And then, of course, if you want specifics and details, like a more personalized reading, that is BAM, the Vimeo extended. And that's 2 readings in one. It's the personalized message. And then on top of that, it's also the Sagittarius specific romance reading for this energy. FYI, let's get into your cards. I am a voice, which means you're being listened to, which means you shine like the sun, which means you're attractive, which means you're jovial, which means people want to hear you and they want to listen to you. You put things in a way that people can comprehend and understand. So you have so much power right now. I don't think it's about power for you though. Sometimes I just think it feels really good to be paid attention to. But this is a time where you're going to be paid attention to, where whatever you say is going to be believed. So it's really imperative for you to make sure that what you believe is actually based in reality and based in fact, and that you're not leading people in a direction that will eventually be bad for them, right? And why am I saying that? Trapped in fear. Trapped in fear, this is the world that you're dealing with. The world that you're dealing with is clearly trapped in fear. And people, or this is the circumstance that you're dealing with, people are clearly trapped in fear. They are comfortable in their old space and they don't want to get out of it. And ultimately, that's who you're dealing with. And you can have a lot of control and influence over people like this if you're willing to dig down and say what they want to say or what they want to hear. Patience and planning is here. So it's almost like, are you going to uphold these fears or are you going to tear them down? Are you going to show them a different direction? This is sort of like a different direction, building a different option for people. This is power. Holy crap. Check this fucking card out. This is so cool. This is like Odin. Kind of looks like the guy who played Odin in Thor. What's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. He played Hannibal Lecter. Remember? Kind of looks like him. You have control, but really the real power comes from your courage and comes from your sense of heart and your sense of self and your sense of royalty and regality, this sense of just feeling and knowing what's right and where to lead people and where to guide people who are stuck and who are trapped and can't see beyond their fears and actually need somebody to direct them or show them that there are other options out here. There's not just black and white, there's a middle path, right? Conflict and defeat. Look at this. Look at this. It's like people taking advantage of somebody falling down the stairs. People almost figuring out a way to use somebody's downfall as a way to make themselves rise. Is that what you stand with? Or maybe you're pointing out and you're showing people that that's what's actually going on. Stand your ground. Don't let it happen. Be that beacon of hope. Be that beacon of light. Be that sense of, listen, even if it feels like the worst case scenario right now, this is not the worst case scenario. Spiritual strength is here. This is upholding the real pillar of understanding. That's why it's green. It's the green chakra. It's the heart space. And that's how spirit constantly communicates to you. What is your heart saying, Sagittarius? What is it really telling you is the truth of this situation? And that's the truth. Listen, you have so much influence right now. You can tell the truth, even if it's a truth that is, somebody's having a hard time with. It doesn't matter. They're going to fucking listen. They're going to fucking listen. But it's about being the bigger person. It's about being the bigger self. I keep saying that. I'm repeating it over and over again. The cards are repeating it over and over again. I can't help it. Authority. And that's what you are. There's some sort of temptation here that has to do with authority leading people in the wrong direction, being tempted to be bad for them instead of good for them. Temptation as in, hey, listen, I hold the key to your success. I hold the key to your abundance. I hold the key. So this is an authority figure, and it's almost like, like come after me or follow me, or I'll guide you, I'll lead you, I'll give you what you want, or taking an authority. Check this out. Pretending that you're an authority figure, or somebody pretending that they're an authority on something when really all they are is using other people's base desires to tempt them into basically doing what they want. Is this person really an authority figure? Ask yourself that question. Memories of love. This doesn't even make sense to me right now, but I'll think on it. This is about that little small flame inside of you, that lighting somebody's fire, and that you can light other people's fire. Remember that Hindu belief that, you can, a candle can light another candle and just spread the light. And by lighting the other candle, the original candle doesn't lose any light of its own. So it's like you're spreading love. Spread love. You want to spread love and messages of love and light that fire in people, as opposed to light the fire of fear, right? Mental conflict. What should I do? I think that this is really, okay. So this week is really all about self-sabotage and being served up your own shit, really, to see how you sabotage your life. And this is essentially this questioning yourself. I was going to say second guessing yourself, but that's not what I mean. I mean this sense of it's like the angel and the devil. That's kind of what it is. It's like knowing what's right and what's wrong, or realizing that things are not in balance and that you have a way to put them in balance. And can you? This is, let me, give me a second. I want to describe it right, and I'm not. Because I do believe there's some sort of imbalanced priorities here. What was I talking about? Because I was talking about self-sabotage. And sometimes you sabotage yourself by jumping right into things instead of thinking them through. And now once you started thinking them through, you can't help but see a different perspective and a different point of view when you think things through. And that comes into direct conflict with what you want to believe is true. But your sense of understanding and comprehension realizes it's not true. So what do you do? What do you do when, you're coming up against your own comfort zone? What do you do when, what you've seen and what you realized because you took a second? It's like there's a conflict in you between right and wrong, between what's true and what's real and what you can see and what is what you want to believe. Is there a way to balance these things? Is there a way to find a way to make all the elements, the earth, the fire, the water, the earth, the earth, fire, water, and air all work together? This is very much the temperance angel. This is your energy. So you actually have the ability to be the choir director and make all these voices work together. You have that ability. It's just what will you use the ability for? See, this is your attractiveness. This is you stepping out and looking your best, but ultimately doing your worst or doing a lot of damage and leading yourself right to hell, right to your undoing. This sense of like wanting to stand out and sticking your nose out and saying things before you actually know whether or not they're true, or you're dealing with somebody who is actually like stepping out and they look really good and you know that they look really good, but you also know that they're not really good, and you know that they're saying a lot of shit and not realizing who's listening. It's almost like you're witness to somebody not realizing the impact of their words, or you're the person who's not realizing the impact of your words and all the little ears that are listening without you recognizing it. Intuition is here. This is trusting in your base instincts. This is what do we have to release and let go of, especially our old desires, our old understandings of the truth, and our old fears. And this is power. And this is second time you got power. Where does the true power come from? It's from balance. That's where it comes from. It's from knowing that you bring peace, wanting to bring peace. You're prepared for the fight. You're not stupid. You don't leave your arrows at home, but you also don't go slinging them at people. It's like, when do I lay down my arrows? When do I bring peace? Somebody who's truly powerful understands one from the other. So this is all really like esoteric, right? It's very much like bigger concepts, bigger ideals. So you're thinking a lot, which means there's inner conflict that's happening right now inside of you in terms of the way you're starting to see things. You're starting to awaken to a new understanding of them, and yet they conflict with the older understanding that you feel comfortable with. But there's a message that you have to deliver. And it's like, what are you, a man or a mouse type of thing? This is about being true, a true, loyal, honest person, having to deliver you could be a person that has to deliver a message about somebody that you know is true, even though it doesn't support something that you have been speaking about the whole time. But if you know the truth about somebody, this is about being loyal and having integrity over having attention. This is about somebody who would, somebody moving forward out of loyalty and out of integrity, knowing that this person deserves to be acknowledged for what they are. Yeah, it's like move forth in integrity instead of the want or desire for attention. This is faithfulness and loyalty to somebody, or somebody being faithful and loyal to you. Somebody being faithful and loyal to you so that you can succeed, or that you can move forward. This is an interesting relationship. I want to get deeper into it. Sag, 1919. It could be a divine counterpart. It's like, are you really being loyal to that person, or are you just using them is this person really being loyal, or are they just being used as a conduit for somebody else's desires? Interesting. So, If you love this reading so far, I hope you do. Please like it, ding, and then subscribe to the channel. Also share this video to your social media platforms, whichever one you've got, I'm happy to be shared on. Thank you so much ahead of time. Also ring that bell and hit all notifications so that you know when I upload. Sagittarius messages come out every single Tuesday along with Scorpio and Libra messages. So please do check, like chime in every, touch base every Tuesday, but also look for your rising sign, look for your sun sign, and look for your moon sign every week to get a really well-rounded message in the energies, whatever energies that you're dealing with. A really well-rounded message is very important. There's always an extended reading. That link is below. Like I said, it's 2-in-1. It's the tarot card reading. That's like the personal specifics reading. And then also your romance specific reading, Sagittarius. And then you can subscribe directly to Vimeo at no charge, and you'll get your weekly astrological forecast automatically, and you'll get access to the extended and romance videos about a day before you get access to the link here, which is a good advantage. And then last but not least, join me on Instagram. Monday through Friday, I go live and I do a free daily tarot card reading for everybody. So I hope that you will join me over there. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. So let's get into your animal totem messages. Ooh, Sagittarius, what are the animal totem messages coming out for you right now? Sagittarius, what does Sagittarius need to know? And which direction does Sagittarius want to go? Okay, this is blossoming. And this is a transformation period for you. It's you growing, it's you expanding and broadening your wings and basically becoming something bigger than you were the day before. And that's the underlying energy for you. So it's definitely a transformation period. What does that mean for you though? Let's see. We have, Spirit has a plan. No, this is something against God's plan. Yeah, so this is bad messages. Basically, this is messages of love that really you don't, this is messages of love that somebody doesn't deserve. This is somebody getting attention and credit for something and being given attention for something that they don't really deserve, taking credit that they don't really deserve. Overcome any obstacles. This is something that maybe you're fighting against right now. And I beg you, continue to fight against it, because this person needs to be called out. Sing your own song. Don't go with the flow. Be sincere and fight against whatever, this attention that somebody's not supposed to be getting. Call them out, because honestly, you have to. It's almost like, think of it as your assignment right now. And then we have, you are never alone. This is a true love. This is a passionate love. This is love that withstands the test of time, like the dog's energy, right? Loyalty and love. Turn knowledge into wisdom. It could be your loved one that's actually, or it could be because you love somebody that you're going to secretly feed them information, even though it could go against everything that you stand for. But it's like your loyalty, or you could be having this secret love, not maybe a secret love affair. I hope not, but maybe it is. We'll find out in the romance reading, won't we? It's almost like you're hiding your love for somebody, or you're not coming clean with it, maybe because it doesn't fit into your sort of your talking points. And that's kind of like disloyalty, isn't it? It's like, love somebody out loud, love somebody for all they are. This could also be just the support that you're getting from a loved one without them telling anybody, or it's a love that you're keeping under wraps for some reason. And I don't know why. I don't think it's cheating. I think it's like it's almost like, in some ways, this romance, because this is love, wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. I have to say this, it's almost, you're going to be like inspired by love. to do something that was out of the ordinary for you and maybe see things from a perspective that you didn't expect to see them in. Let's get into your angel messages. That's really going to be interesting to figure out in the extended. Like, what the fuck is going on there? Holy crap. This is a untangling the tangled web we weave. You know what I'm saying? That's what this week is about. Okay, imagine. Clearly visualize the life you want. Feel it in your heart and soul. And so it will come to be. This is you being able to visualize basically anything. So visualize sincerity and truth, love. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth. Interesting. Blue angel is here. This is I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this. Whenever you feel fearful, I love you. All is well. Okay. Archangel Raphael is here. Whoa, 3 archangel. I told you this is connected to fate. This is an esoteric conversation that has got way more to do with sort of your place in what you're meant to be, what you're meant to do, or how you're meant to serve, right? Your time on earth. Feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. This is Archangel Raphael. And this is that green energy of healing and following your heart, even though you'll be tempted in a different direction. Archangel Metatron, I am your link between heaven and earth, but between your humanity and your divinity. I am here to help you heal the conflict that exists between your heart and mind. Feel me in your heart and thoughts. Through oneness, there is love. See, there is definitely another path to take, man. Let's get to the nitty-gritty and the specifics. I will meet you guys over in the extended. The link is below.